Hello YouTube, welcome to Beauty in the Empty Nest. Today I'm going to review what has become one of my most favorite bronzer and highlighter palettes. It is rather expensive, so keep that in mind as we go through this, because it's always going to be that balance thing of, is it worth it, or is it something that's nice but probably not worth the extra money. What I'm talking about is the Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Filmstar Bronze and Glow palette. It's such pretty packaging, isn't it? I know it's kind of getting a little bit of reflection, but isn't that beautiful? Here's the back of it so you can see also. So now let's look at the palette. So look at that. Very subtle colors on this, except for the highlighter. Now, in fact, I'm even going to probably have difficulty showing you swatches of it. I am wearing it today. Okay, and it's just beautiful. It is $68 though, so keep that in mind. I'm going to try and show you, and it's really hard because it's very subtle here on, I'm going to have a video showing you me applying it because you really can't even really see the bronzer on my hand. Probably just, it's hard to pick it up in this kind of lighting. But up here where it's a little brighter, I don't think you can even see. Watch me apply it. See, it's really hard. It's got a very subtle kind of, I don't want to even say a shimmer, but it definitely does have a glow to it. And it's one of those when you're applying it, and hopefully you can see in the video, you don't put much on, but all of a sudden it just kind of gels in with your skin and it just looks really pretty. I don't feel like you can even overdo it too much, which is nice because I can sometimes get kind of heavy-handed with stuff. So, but it just gives you a very subtle bronzing. So if you like intense bronzing, this particular palette would not be for you. Now, she makes many other bronzing and highlighting palettes as well too, of different varying colors. And even this one I believe you can get in a slightly darker shade. This is the Face Sculpt and Highlight. It doesn't really have a color. And I thought that there was like a slight another variation to it, but this was the lightest of the palettes. So the bronzer doesn't give you that stark color, but it's a very nice subtle kind of color. And then it just, like I said, it just blends on so nicely, which again is something I really like. It would not be a contour at all. It's just that nice subtle color. The highlighter, gorgeous. Again, that's what I'm wearing today. That I think I can pick up on the camera. And I'll insert some swatches, also some photos of some swatches, because that you might be able to see. So again, what I like about this highlighter, and I doubt you're really getting very much, which is again why I'm trying to do the swatches photos, because I could get the lighting a little better for those. What I really love about the highlighter too is that it blends really nicely. So you'll see me using an e.l.f. stippling brush of all things, and I dot it on, but then I blend it in so it gets more of, instead of like a highlight, it gets more of a glow look to it. So it just becomes, again, it feels like it just blends in with your skin so much more than just sitting on top like regular powder. I almost feel badly then when I go to apply my blusher, because I feel like sometimes I might be messing up my blusher because that doesn't blend in so nicely. So this is definitely, I mean, I really love this. And you can layer on more color on top as well too. I did put a very subtle other blusher, I mean not blusher, bronzer, just a tiny bit, just to add a little more depth of it, but I typically don't because it's just exactly what I want for every day. But if I'm filming or if I'm going out or if I'm at work and I feel like I need to look a little bit more, I might add just a sub, but very subtle. It would not be any like that you'd have to get really creative with. It's just beautiful on its own. So again, frivolous potentially, but I did decide that after I got this that I would keep it because I really like it. It's great for every day, and then on the days where you need something more, you could just always touch up a little more if you choose to, or maybe you're going to wear a more stark or bright or deep color blush instead. So again, love this palette. What I have to decide about now is whether I will travel with it or not, because knowing it's more expensive than I ever would have normally spent on something. But it is like if you were just buying two separate ones of these. These are very good sizes. So it's just like if you were buying, you know, separate ones, and I have bought separate ones. You probably put them together, it's probably less expensive. So if you want to rationalize it that way, you can use that, okay? So really beautiful. So my ratings for it, my fondness for it, I'm gonna give it a 5. I really, really, really love this. Working for mature skin, very much so. Again, my one thing is when things are too powdery, they tend to drift in the air, and what I have noticed, at least for me, is that then they get around those areas in my eyes, and that's where all those lines hang out, you know, and the next thing I know that they're all settled into there. This is not that kind of powdery in the air. This just applies beautifully. You don't get those dust powders at all. So beautifully works for mature skin, doesn't catch on any kind of dry patches that I've noticed. Love it. And my recommendations to run out and get it, I have to put a lot of caution here because this is not for all budgets. This might be the one frivolous thing that you splurge on, which is kind of where I went with this, because I've had so much trouble in the past finding a nice bronzer and also a nice highlighter that I thought worked very well for me on an everyday type basis. So I'm gonna say a 4 because I think it's very, very wonderful product. However, if you don't have the finances for it, or if you don't want to put money towards that, then, but I do like the thinking that, you know, this is really what 0.56 ounces for this. It really is economical, let's say, because you're getting, if I bought these separately, it would probably be much more, right? You know, I get my Laura Mercier baked radiance that I really liked versus maybe like a, let's go to NARS Laguna, right? Get those two separate, put them together, it'll be more expensive than this. So this is a bargain. Just kidding. So anyway, to run out and buy that, it's a harder question to answer because it does have that price point. I do love it, which is why I'm going to say, so for me, I would say a 4, okay? But keep it into the right context there. So again, I wanted to give you a quick review on this because I have just been loving it, and I know when I first was trying to decide whether or not I wanted to go ahead and take the plunge to purchase it, I really had difficulty always finding enough reviews on it. So big thumbs up for me, really love it. Let me know what you all think about it. And again, there's different versions of this as well too. So go and explore and play with it and see if you find other ones to play around with. Let me know, give me comments down below so that I know, maybe there's other versions too that I save my pennies up for, or find some way to rationalize how it's economical to buy. Another one I've heard, her blushes are gorgeous. But anyway, leave me comments, let me know what you think about the products too. So wrap it all up. I give it a really big thumbs up. I really love it. So take that and see whether that will work for you and help you make your decisions on whether you want to go ahead and take the plunge and purchase it. As always, please subscribe so that we keep that constant flow. When I release a new video, it's there waiting for you. How about that special service? We're also building our family of beauty and the empty nesters. And give me a thumbs up to let me know that this is the kind of stuff you like, and that, or I'm just doing a good job, or you just want to give me a little boost and a little pat on the back. All that kind of stuff is always really appreciated because all the support you've already been giving me has been wonderful. So again, until next time, I hope you have wonderful, positive, productive days that are filled with all the kind of fun things that are, or things that are fun for you in life. And until next time, goodbye.